So when I facilitated drum circles, whether I was going into a school or a corporation or just working within the community, I think the one thing again that sits kind of I mentioned it earlier on underneath the waterline for me in my iceberg is connection. What I wanted people to experience was a deeper and different kind of connection to perhaps that which they might or might not be experiencing in their regular day.
Yeah.
If you go working, I worked in an office. I worked as part of a sales team. I spent a lot of time on my own in a car. I know what it feels like to be in isolation. I know what it feels like to work in an office where people don't talk to each other or where there are cliques and you're not a part of it. And I know that people can be really, really, really lovely people and have very isolating experiences out there in the world just because it happens to be that particular environment, that particular job. And so I think the drum circle is a kind of a balm. It's like a soothing cream. And it softens people in a way that allows them to connect. I mean, I can connect more deeply with someone if I'm softer, no question. And I think that's what I always wanted to bring was deeper connection.
So I don't hope anything. I said that to you already. I don't hope anything. I absolutely know without a shadow of a doubt what I've left behind, because I've seen, I know that the tools I'm dealing with are too powerful, they're just such powerful tools that I know that everyone in the room has come away with something. They've come away with exactly what they need.
What they need, yeah.
And in a sense, I can't control what each person gets out of it. I can't control what each person takes away. But what I do have is I have 100% faith and trust in the actual process, in myself as a facilitator, in the tools that I'm using, in the music, in the rhythm, in the sounds, in the connection. So what each person takes away is entirely what each person needed to take away. I trust the universe in that way. That sounds so hippie to say that, but I absolutely trust the universe in that way. But because I know what I'm dealing with, I know the power of what I'm dealing with, and I know that every person will get what they need out of that circle. Because I've given my best. I've given my best. I've gone into that space with 100% awareness, 100% authenticity, compassion, clarity, boundaries, intention. I have given it my best. So what each person takes away after that, I can only hope that each person takes something that's valuable to them. But that after that, in a sense, it's not my business. I know that's a strange answer. It's a strange answer, I know, but does that make sense?
It does.
I'm not in control of what each person takes away.
No, absolutely.
I've given my best, and what they take away is what they need.
Yeah.
I can't control that.
But you have a trust in what you've done, that they would have taken away something, but it'd be what they actually need.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So the power is out of my hands in a sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
A greater sense of connection with each other and with themselves, actually. That something may have been there that, somebody discovered about themselves or about the people they've been spending time with. Maybe a greater sense of confidence and having been valued in that situation.
And do you find, because you're working in particularly unique fields, or wellness and health and well-being kind of fields, that that sense of connection, that sense of relationship, that sense of not being on your own, that sense of no longer feeling isolated, are really, really valued kind of skills to leave behind?
I think the recognition of that as a factor in health and well-being is certainly growing. And very concretely in terms of social isolation and the recognition between absolute kind of physical health outcomes nowadays. I think it's still early days, but I do think that this is the future of where a lot of this stuff is headed. We live in such a disconnected society, and this is a tool to begin to overcome some of the, we've kind of gone down a strange fork in the road in humanity. Yeah, I think this is one tool, a tool that can help us start to knit ourselves back together again.
A good feeling, that people feel safe and comfortable with themselves and with others, that they feel they are part of something bigger than themselves.
Yeah.
And they are an important part of something. Maybe, but that's already a big thing. Maybe liberated somehow, like this woman 2 days before.
Yeah.
Liberated and connected.
Yeah.
And just had fun. I'm content if they had fun. Not everybody has to grow and to.
I hope to have left behind an open gateway. I hope that what we've done, the experience that we've had, has opened a gateway for people to walk through or not. They will make their choice to something that they need to find, they want to find in themselves, with others, with music. It is. I'll say it's none of my business for me to decide what it is that they might need. And this is another thing that moves me deeply when I say it. I do hope when I get in the van that the gate has been opened and then they will be able to walk through.
Usually I leave behind a hoodie or a coat, half a dozen sticks, and a set of chime bars, and I have to go back the next week. I'm constantly on a journey of picking stuff up that I've left behind rather than getting to the next place. I want people to come out. I want to come out feeling like they've had a great experience. I want them to come out feeling like they've learned something. I want them to come out feeling like they can. Yeah, that's a big thing for me, that you can communicate without talking, because a lot of group orientated work is about conversation, but you can have lots of communication and conversation in a drum circle, and you don't have to tell anyone your favorite color or your relationship with your father or anything like that, and we can talk a different way. So I suppose I want people to come out and think that really works. They mightn't be able to tell you right away what worked, but they come out feeling like they've achieved something, and like they've it can come down to whatever trouble I have or whatever I'm dealing with. For that hour and a half, I just temporarily put that on hold. I forgot about it. I had a good time, and I can go and deal with that stuff or think about that stuff again. Because sometimes it's kind of about getting out of your head in a non-substance way. It's about just feeling like I'm going to do something else here. I'm going to do something else for an hour that's going to take me away from all the stuff going on. And this isn't an exercise in self-pity, but we have a lot going on here. We have the whole homeschooling thing like everybody else. My dad's been diagnosed with Alzheimer's for 1.5 years. Thankfully, they live quite close to us. But I know that when I walk into a drum circle, I forget everything that's going on outside the four walls or whatever, or the situation I'm in. And I want to leave that behind for people. It's quite a hard question for me to answer. I just want them to have a really good time, and I want them to be hooked like I was. I want them to come back to it. I don't want it, actually, I don't want it to be a one-off experience. I want them to say, that was really good. Do you do like regular circles? And I'll say, yes, we do. We meet up once a month in this place. It's a fiver. There's no pressure to come, even if you say you are going to come. Come when you want, come when you can, and you'll have a ball. So I want them to ask that follow-up question. When can I do it again? Maybe that's it.
For me, happiness.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
For me, it's like a glass of water that is plenty of energy, but good energy. Usually is, and there's something that maybe we are mute. We don't talk that because we need to process all what happened there before talk about what it happened in the workshop, in the program, on in the event. But many times is like a glass of water, plenty of
Yeah.
something, energy or images or
Yeah. It's very, very intense. What we left behind is yeah. Is I think it's work well done, no? When you finish and you end up and you're satisfied what just happened, and this energy going on in the glass, I think it's satisfaction not just for us, for them as well, that
Yeah.
they've come up with that. Wow, no,
especially when you realize the group starts in one way and they has ending or has end in another way.
Yeah.
And when it happen often. Wow, is wow.
Yeah.
In a word, I could say passion.
Mhm.
And because in this, it's like, I think passion as a big can. And if you have passion, if you stimulate passion to people, if they can feel your love for what you do, yeah, passion or love um, is the same for me. Then you will have curiosity, you will have will uh, to learn more, to go deep in what they learn or to practice it. This is the most important thing. I'm uh, yeah, I was telling you, I was frustrated at the beginning because I was leaving the room with my children, and the experience was nice, but what I had in my head was different. Um, I changed completely. If I really can share passion, and if we live a good uh, experience that is musical and human, because music is a tool that we use to develop people skills and to develop ourselves as human beings.
Yeah.
Then you can really um, obtain all the goals that you have in mind. But
Yeah.
the first one,
Passion.
passion, yeah, love for what you do. And I think we are really lucky, even if probably in this period it was better to be an engineer. Some points of view,
Yeah.
from economic points of view, but no, I don't want to change. I'm not changing anything because I'm waking up every day happy. I
Yeah.
wake happy for a new day, happy because I I do what I love.